screen sharing.
Yeah, okay, screen share.
So I'll keep looking at my Cloud9 one, but you might as well do your screen sharing just so that's what's recorded.
Yep. All right, so I'm sharing my entire screen right now. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. So, okay, perfect. So I'm broadcasting, so we're gonna have a YouTube video, and it's gonna be on my account, but I will send you the link, of course, when we're done.
Yeah, okay, all right, that'd be good.
So that you can upload it on your side. All right, so what's your experience in Ruby and programming in general?
I've been doing Ruby for about 12 months now.
Okay.
Before that, I was .NET and things like that. So a little bit of programming background, but it's never really been my job title. I've sort of been system administrator, and I'm working as a DevOps at the moment.
Okay, that's nice.
But, so yeah, this course looked good just to learn a little bit more about Rails and everything. So should be good. And the part 2 of this course, which starts next year, is meant to be good as well.
Yeah, I'm planning to register on that one as well. I think it's in February, right?
Something like that, yeah. I'll have to look exactly when it's on, but yeah, it was something like that.
All right. All right. So where's the exercises definition? Is this in the Ruby? Is there comments on what we should do? Is there a README? There you go.
Yeah, well, there's a README in this directory.
Okay, so we got all the methods and everything. Okay. So how do you want to do this? Like they said in the course, there's in pair programming, there's like 2 people as we are, and one is the role of the observator, and the other one has the role of the. Or maybe we could just switch from exercises to exercises, right?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Is you sort of switch between as you go. So, what's your experience like in Ruby? Have you done much Ruby before?
Yes, I pretty much like you. It's been about 12 months that I've been dabbling into Ruby.
Okay.
I'm not a programmer in life right now. Well, I moved to Berlin because I'm trying to find a job in web development. So I pretty much started to self-teach myself on how to program and everything. I have an engineering background. I'm a process engineer. And so I made the switch to web development, and I'm hoping to find a job.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, well, normally something like this, I guess someone would write the test, and then you'd swap over, and the other guy would do the implementation. The test is already done for us.
Yeah, we have this.
Normally what you do is run the test.
Yeah, and try and
make them
pass.
And that's right. So if you'd like to go first, and I mean you can do the first.
How do we run the test? It's just rspec and then the name of the file.
If you cd into that directory, the HW Ruby intro, and I think you can just type rake.
There you go. With a rake? I think it's just
no, okay. rspec and then
rspec and the name of the file, which would be
it'll be spec / part 1. Yeah.
Spec with a slash part 1.
But sorry, you've missed your rspec now though.
Oh right. Oh okay.
You could have your rspec at the start of the line, so it's all one command.
No such file directory. Where did I make a typo?
Sorry, rspec.
Yeah.
At the start, and then rspec, and then spec. Spec is the name of the directory.
Oh yeah, we got to get in the directory for sure.
Yeah, that's right. So that part 1 spec. Okay, rspec not found. Okay, so that means maybe we don't have the gem rspec installed. Did you run the curl script to install
all
the requirements of you?
Yes, I did, but since we're on Cloud9, I guess environment. Okay, so Get RSpec installed. All right. No.
There we go. Okay.
Perfect. All right, let's do this.
Hang on, I'll just get into the. So I'm watching. I've got two monitors, so I'm watching your screen sharing on one, and
Okay.
My Cloud9 one on the other one. All right, so we got the first error has come back saying expected false got nil, and that's because we're not returning anything at the moment.
Yep, absolutely. So
All right,
what's
so the first
yes,
the first test there is to basically not raise an error. So we just got to so just saying sum should be defined. So we have actually defined sum, so we're not getting an error there.
Yep.
But obviously we're not returning the right.
So what we need to do, the first one is take an array of integers and arguments. Okay, so let's just make the test passed. Sum should be defined, that's good. Returns correct sum for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to be a kind of fixed num. All right. That one is basically not too difficult, right? I would just
you can just return a 1 for that to pass that.
Yeah. But if we approach the problem as if to make the first test, okay, to be a fixed num, or let's say the second test expects sum to be equal to 15.
Yeah.
Right. If we have an array with a bunch of integers, I would just use the inject method.
That's right. Yeah.
On the array. So you would just go like this, inject plus. Then
yep, that's it.
How do we save in this?
Control S.
Control S. There we go. Make the tests run again. Wait. So on the terminal, what are we seeing? Intro part 1, some work on the empty array.
Yeah, so you might not actually need to scroll up a little bit there.
Yeah.
What I've done on my Cloud9 screen is I've split it vertically so I can see the terminal, longer screen, so you can see everything there.
Because I don't see it, and it doesn't seem to be scrolling up with my mouse. All right, let's split vertical layout. No. How do you split it?
What I've done, there's probably a million ways to do it in this Cloud9 thing, but on the tabs along the top next to the README file you've got there, you can click on that, and at the bottom of it, so
next to the README tab.
Yeah, sorry, your leftmost README tab.
Yeah.
So further to the left, there's a little icon just there, just at the bottom of that. It's got a couple of some screen layouts there. So you've got two vertical ones and.
Yeah. But to see the test results in the terminal.
Yeah, so I've made my right hand one the terminal. So if you add press the little plus button.
Yeah.
On the right hand window.
Yeah.
Do that as a terminal.
There you go.
All right, and then I've closed your bottom terminal, so it just gives you a bit more space as well.
There you go. I've opened this new tab here. How do I close this thing? Close the tabs. No. God, I should have practiced a little. Sorry about that.
That's right. So I think you can just do that again and just do the split in two.
This guy here. There you go. I got it.
There we go. Okay, we're getting close now. So
just like to have this guy on the right, but okay. So whatever. I get my terminal on the right, and I'll open my file here. Ruby intro. Oh, I'm close. I'm close. There you go. I do this, and oh my god.
No. Just at the if you look at that screen there, just
Got
at the
it.
bottom.
Got it.
Now we're happy. Okay. All right, we're good.
All right. I just wanna. Oh, there's no auto complete, right? Terminal.
You've started a new terminal, so there will be from now on. Now, okay, you got to get into the HW Ruby intro folder.
And then.
And now we can do the RSpec spec
Yes.
part 1.
All right. There you go. We got it. Sum should be okay. So it works on the empty array. So if it's empty, return 0. All right. So maybe if we just do it like this. What do you think about this? Give us the sum or 0?
Possibly.
Is
I
this
don't know
a
if that's
logical
going
thing?
Yeah.
It's working.
It's working. Yeah, I haven't seen that way before. But that'll work.
So basically, it'll just return the line. So it will return if we have an array with some integers and inject can do something and it doesn't return nil, it will get that value. And if it gets nil or false, we get 0.
Yep, that's right.
All right. So you're on the second one then.
Okay, all right. So the second one is we've actually, okay, so where have we got to?
Max 2 sums. Okay. Second one, define a method which takes an array of integers as an argument and returns the sum of its 2 largest elements. For an empty array, it should return 0. For an array with just one element, it should return that element. Okay, so we gotta get the 2 biggest elements of the array. So I'm thinking we should sort the array.
Yeah, that's right.
But not sort it from the smallest to the biggest, but the biggest to the smallest.
Yep, that's right. Either way, shouldn't matter too much. So if we do array sort,
yep,
and then we can do take
2. Yeah.
All right. Now that you're right.
Inject.
That's going to take the
This the 2 lowest because it's going to take the 2
lowest.
first. But I think on the
so
sort you can pass a block on the sort function, and in the block, you can have
or we can do reverse.
Oh yes, there you go. Easier. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And then we can do the inject, right?
Yeah, we can do inject, or we can use
sum.
Our sum that we've already got there.
So, yeah, so we put this in a variable. Yeah, okay, that's perfect.
All right, so
let's try to run this thing. Fantastic! You've made them all pass. All right. So sum to n now. Sum to n that takes an array of integers and an additional integer n as arguments and returns true if any 2 elements in the array of the integers sum to n. If any 2 elements of the array sum to n. All right. So what we want to do then
So I'm just trying to work out how to turn on word wrap on this README file so I can actually read it. All right, I think I've got it now.
Escape key doesn't work. All right. sum to n. So returns true when any two elements sum to the second arguments. When any two elements, so basically we want to compare, we take the first element, we want to compare it with every other elements of the array and see if it sums to n. I think there's a function on enumerables sum that would do sum by, oh, I'm not sure about that. How would you approach this?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to. Where are you reading what we've actually got to do for this one?
I'm looking at the README. If you go on the README, first portion, number 1, arrays, hashes, and enumerables. So
okay, I see.
Third one, yeah, define a method. I'll let you read it.
All right, so it takes an array of integers. So if any two elements in the array sum to n.
So quickly, the way I see it would be a loop within a loop. So we would take one element of the array, and then we would loop on every other elements and just get the sum of these two and verify if they're equal to n. But we don't want to sum. We don't want to sum the element with itself. So we would have to skip on the second loop.
Yeah, that's right. There is a.
I think
there's a Ruby method called zip, which should do.
Zip, is it on enumerables or it's on arrays?
Yeah,
right?
it's on. It's on arrays. So I'm just not sure if I can zip two things, the same thing together. I might just jump into ARB. So if we have zip that with no, it doesn't. It doesn't match everything up with everything else.
No.
It just pairs them together, so it's not going to do exactly what we want.
Yeah, exactly. Max to sum. I'm always trying to find the beautiful way of doing it with Ruby.
I know there seems to be so many things, so many of them with Ruby to do it. So it's
yeah. Because like quickly out of the box, I would just think like we would loop with index and just skip if the index is the same. Or sum with, I think on enumerables. Each with index, yeah.
Yeah, there's one here, all possibilities, which might do what we want. Let me just try that. Oh no, sorry, combination.
Combination?
Yeah, let me just try that one.
On what is this, arrays or enumerables?
On arrows, yeah.
Combination. Combination. Oh, that's one. Not so bad. 1, 2, but
So we do combination 2. Any two elements sum to the second. But okay, so this first test I'm looking at here, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the array, and then sum to 5. That's saying that's true. All right, but that means there's no. Oh, okay, so 2 and 3 add to 5. I see. All right. So, all right. Well, yeah, this should pick it up. So it's got any combination.
Yeah. So it returns an enumerable, and then what can we do with this enumerable? And just use it.
Yeah. Well, then you can do any.
Combination of the lengths of n elements from the array and returns the array itself. So basically we would combine every element with n and then verify every element. We return an array of arrays, and then we could use a sum function, sum of two elements.
Yeah, that's right. So we should be able to, once we've got to that enumerator there, we should be able to loop through, add those together, check if they equal n.
Yeah.
And what have we got to do? We've just got to return true.
Yeah. So what we would do, we'd take the array and we would combine it, combination with n, right? So this would return an enumerator.
No, you do combination 2 in brackets 2. That means it gives you any 2 of them together. So that should give you
pairs. Okay.
That's right. It'll give you all the different combinations of pairs you can do in that array.
For the array. All right. And then on that thing, we would loop on these. And then
you'll actually have two. You'll have 2 elements there. You'll have element 1 and element 2.
Oh, really? Isn't this?
You'll be going through your array of arrays there. So each element there will have two elements in it.
Okay, right. You're right. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's call them A and B. I think we lost connection on the Cloud9, or I lost connection, but I'm still typing. It says reconnecting. I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Yeah. Mine says reconnecting too, so might be a Cloud9 issue.
All right. So this is where we would get an array of arrays. But, okay. So basically what we would do is we would loop on these 2 elements and on elements of A. But
yeah, so now what we can do is basically we need to return true if A plus B equals n.
Oh, okay, I see. I just had a difficulty picturing what it would return. So A plus B equals, come on, Cloud9. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Now it's opening. I think he found the connection again.
Yeah, I'm still reconnecting. So
What tools are you using normally? What text editor?
Normally Sublime Text.
Yeah. Come on, Cloud9. So if we do A plus B equals n, it's going to return false if it doesn't.
That's right. There is, instead of doing where you were doing the each before,
Yeah.
you can do any question mark.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it'll be the same thing. You just loop through and say A plus B.
Any combinations. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it basically it loops through and
Yeah.
it looks for any results where it's true. And if there are any that are true, then it returns true to that whole statement.
Perfect. Okay. Let's just hope it's going to get back up soon.
Yeah, I've lost connection too, which is a bit of a pain. Yeah, I got the same thing.
Maybe what we could do is just close it and reopen it. Or, yeah, any. I never use this. So it takes a block. So if any element of the enumerable, okay, that's cool. Is this me? Yeah. Jesus, come on. Oh, am I back? Are you back?
No, I've just got I can see the same. I got the layout, but I can't see any files or anything at the moment.
Okay.
I'll close it and open it again.
So if we do any, and let's say we pass a block with one argument, that one argument would be the array, would be an array, right? Or should we need to pass two arguments to the any?
No, you still need to do the same thing. So you still need to do your A and B like you're going to do. All right, and that'll be
sum of two elements.
It'll basically be A plus B.
Yeah, but can we use sum? Oh, because it's going to return 0 if it's. What are the test requirements?
Well, in this case, we're not trying to add two elements in an array.
We just want to get
A and B are just by themselves now, and just do that's it, equals n like that, and that should be it.
Yep. Wow. Okay, that's great. Any. Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, and there's a few other variants of that. There's an all, which basically checks that they're all equal to true.
Okay.
And there's a none, which is
none
all equal to false.
All right, so this sums up part 1. Then we jump into strings and regular expressions. All right. So do you have Cloud9 running? Do you see it?
It's still just a spinning wheel loading.
I clicked on the screen and it just popped the environment. If you try to click anywhere on the loading screen, no.
No, I've actually got all the split windows and everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But
but it's loading. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm back in now.
Here you are. Perfect. All right.
Okay, so
strings and
part
regular
2 we're up to now, are we?
Yes.
All right, so we'll go back to okay, so we define a method hello name that takes a string representing a name and returns the string hello concatenated with the name.
Okay, this one is not too difficult, right?
should be relatively easy.
Yep.
Okay. All right, would you like me to have a go at that one?
Yep.
Okay, so all we need to do.
Do you need guidance?
should be okay. Now just make sure I get the case and everything the same.
Right.
So it should just be.
So
I should. Oh, hang on, we've got extra quotation marks. Cloud9's trying to be a little bit clever. All right, that should be it.
let's run them tests. Oh, okay. I'm not running the good test now. Part 2. All right. Wow. You almost solved the whole part 2 with that line. Okay.
Okay, I'm still running part 1. Let's run the part 2 spec as well. Starts with consonant. Okay.
Oh, that's weird. Like my escape key is not working in Cloud9. Like I'm using, oh my God. Okay. I'll just skip Vim then, default. There you go. Starts with consonant. All right, so start with consonants. That takes a string and returns true if it starts with a consonant and false otherwise. For purpose, a consonant is any letter other than A, E, I, O, U. Upper. Okay, so I'm thinking regular expression here.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So we should go see on Rubular just to test it out.
Yeah.
I have this somewhere. Whatever, Rubular. So any consonants. Well, Cloud9 is draining my computer's juice. It's so slow. All right, so we want to verify that it starts with anything that is not a vowel. Is this the word in English, vowel, for the opposite of consonant?
Vowel.
Vowel, yeah. Sorry, I'm French Canadian, so English is my second language.
That's okay. You're doing well.
Thanks.
Much better than I speak French.
Well, French is a pretty difficult language, I have to say. All right, so what we want to do, verify that everything starts with a consonant, right? So test. It starts with a consonant.
Yeah, so I think we can just test. We can just say not vowel is probably the easiest one.
Not vowel.
Yeah, and we can do. There's probably a few different ways to do it. We can
start of the string.
Yeah, we can just test one letter at a time, which is probably the easiest way to do it.
So, do you see my screen on Rubular?
I can see your Rubular.
Yeah, because you have your two screens. All right, so start of string, or we should use what, start of line?
I don't think we even need to do that. Now, I'm just thinking, can you see, if I go back into Cloud9 again?
Yep.
I'll just give you, and I don't know if we just do regex.
Can we just put, can we just put all the vowels in the, there you go. Yeah.
If you do something like that.
Yeah. This is
start. And that little
thing is the start
hat
of the
symbol.
line, right?
Well, inside the square brackets, that makes it a not.
Not,
so
okay.
That means it'll, so that sort of
except,
will match anything.
I see it.
Except the vowels, okay. So that should match a consonant.
But we should put something like at the end I. Where do we put the I?
To make it. That's right. Yeah.
Was there? All right. So starts with any.
Now this isn't enough to actually return draw files. Yeah, that's right. So.
Right. Did we save it? Saved. Oh. Like syntax error. Whoops. Yeah. Equals or this. No, that was all right, isn't it? I have a syntax error. Workspace unexpected equals at, okay, there's something we're doing wrong here. Plus equal or match equal.
Looks right. Yeah. Now, we also don't need to, we don't want to do the whole string. We want to just check the first character.
First character?
But we can do that on the
here.
Yeah, just do first character.
Sorry.
So we're both typing in the same thing here, are we?
Then still get this error. But why? Unexpected this thing. Isn't this the right operator?
That's what I was thinking I was going to be. I'm just going to jump in IRB again.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the other way around. The equals first.
Really? Okay. Isn't this plus equal when you want to add up? Okay. Well, if it's the other way around.
Yeah, that's the match one.
Okay, perfect. So let's save this. Let's try to run them. Whoops. Okay, works on non-letters. Works on non-letters. Works on non-letters. Starts with, takes a string, and false otherwise. Be sure it works for both upper and lower case. What do they mean with non-letters? Like when it's an integer or so?
Yeah, like when it starts with a number.
Yeah. So what does it return? What does that return if s equals 0?
Works on empty. Works on non-letters. So okay. So it's saying if it's so the test here it's a hash as the first letter.
Mm-hmm.
And we're saying it's not a consonant. Sorry, not a vowel, which means it'll be true for that hash. So that's what that issue is. So we've got to check that it is a letter first. So I think we can probably do that within Yeah, I've got to say it is a letter, not just not a vowel.
Yeah.
Let me just play around with an IRB again, see if I can come up with so we can just do it in regex.
Any single character. Any non-digit, any word character.
Yeah, or we can just return false if it's not a letter at all.
So we could just do like in the sum method, like, oh no, this would not work. False.
No, because we're already returning true at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what we can do, we can return.
Yep.
Return false
if s.
And I'll just do the same thing again. So s. So we want to just check it is a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, we'll do that same first character again.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to say return false if
But now we return false
saying,
if it is a letter. So if it's not a letter,
reverse that. Okay, so I've changed that to a not.
Yeah.
So if it's not a letter, return false. Otherwise, we return if it matches if it's not a vowel, which means it should be a consonant.
Perfect. Actually. And that works. That works. Good.
Okay, all right, we're getting somewhere.
Yep. Last one for this category, binary multiple of 4. Takes a string, true if the string represents a binary number that is a multiple of 4. Be sure it returns false if the string is not a valid binary number. So we have to convert the string to a binary number. How do we do this? Is there a thing?
Actually, I think this is probably a trick question. I think it'll be something like 000 or 00 at the end of a number to be. What's it saying? So it's saying it's a multiple of 4, binary multiple of 4.
Well, if we convert it to the binary, and then we just make our maths on this number.
I think we've just got to check with two zeros at the end. So in any binary number that's going to be a multiple of 4 is going to have a 00 at the end.
Okay, why is that?
Well, if it can't be less than 4 if it's a multiple of 4. So that the 0 and 0 at the end would make it less than 4.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
All right. So how's your binary maths?
Yep.
All right. So I think we just use regex again and just check for ending in 00.
Where am I? Okay. But you're not converting the string into a binary.
No, we don't have to actually convert it into binary. All we've got to do, is return true if the string represents a binary number that is a multiple of 4. Okay, so we can leave it as a string and just check that it ends in 00.
Okay.
So we can still just do that with regex. And just check that the last 2 characters
are 00.
Are 00.
So
now let me just read what the tests are going to check on. Now, just reading through the tests as well.
Yeah.
It looks like all the ones they've got here for true do end in 00, so that's right. They're also saying return just a 0 string. Is true as well. So I wouldn't have thought 0 would be a multiple of 4, but according to the test, it is. All right, so we need to return true for 0, and then true for if the last 2 characters are 0.
Okay. So what regular expression? So we want to test from the end of the string. So end of line.
Right? Okay, back to, hang on, I'm just going to play around in Rubler again. Okay, so you can do a hat to say the start of the string. And then we want to say any combination of 1, 0, 0. So and then ending in 00, 0. Let me just copy and paste some of these tests in. So 1 or 0. Right, that looks, I think I've got one here that's looking all right. Right, so I'll just paste my regex here that I pulled
Yes.
off Rubula. All right, so that's what I came up with. So the hat is the start of the line, and we probably should put the $sign at the end to do the end of the line.
And what's the star does? What, 0 or more? Okay.
Yeah, that's basically saying, so it's saying 0, 1 in the square brackets there,
Mm-hmm.
and then the star basically says, yeah, zero or more of either of those, which should make
other than that
any sort of binary number there,
mm-hmm.
and then ending in 0, 0.
So we would,
the $sign is just end of the line.
Right, and so we would compare this. We would do the match operation on this.
That's right. Yeah. So we just do the S equals that again, and
Did you test it in Rubular?
I did. I just did exactly what you did there. I copied and pasted some of the tests that they've got there.
But it matches the whole string, right?
It does. Yeah. We just need to say
exactly.
It's basically a true or false here. So if it ends in those 0, 0, then it's true.
Yeah, all good.
And that means it is a multiple of 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put in one there that ends in a 1, then it shouldn't match.
There you go. Perfect. And then we get our 2 zeros, and if we have 1, okay, that's perfect. Great. Okay. So this is not.
No, in this case, this is
start of
the hat. Line. Yeah, that just means the start of the line.
Mm-hmm. Then you verify for these two.
End of the line. Yeah.
Any of these two multiple times, and at the end of the line, we want these two. That's great. Oops. So now we just need to match this, see if it matches the string, right?
That's it.
That's it, like this. Save.
And yeah, so that should match. That should get us most of our tests done. So we've got one here saying reject invalid binary numbers, which probably
we could do a line.
No, it should already be false for those now.
Classify valid binary numbers. This one doesn't pass. Classify valid binary numbers.
Yeah, there's it wants us to say true for 0. Okay, so our regex isn't matching that at the moment.
So we could do like we did on the method above.
Yeah. I think just return true if S equals 0.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought 0 is not actually a multiple of 4, but according to the test, it is.
All right. Is S equal?
Well, it's not the first character this time. It's the whole string.
The whole string, yeah.
Yeah.
This is equals to 0.
And sorry, 0 in quotation marks.
Yes, of course. That's
0.
a string.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Okay. Yep. Good. So one left.
All right, so we're getting through fairly well.
Yes. One left, which is object-oriented basics. All right. All right, so what they want us to do. Must be a number. The price is second argument. If is the All right. So I let you construct the class. I guess we just initialize with, as they said, the ISBN and the price.
Yep.
And we want to raise an error if ISBN number is the empty string, or if the price is less than or equal to 0.
Okay. All right. So I'm just looking here. So we basically just need an initializer.
Yeah. Which take the ISBN
and it's ISBN and price.
And the price. Then we would assign these guys to instance variables. And is this where we want to raise an error?
Yeah, look, we can. So normally with the test-driven development, you do one test at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is what we want to do. So we want to make sure we can set the ISBN first. All right, and this is where, and we set that in the initializer. So we can probably just do a
attribute accessor.
Attribute reader.
Yeah.
And it'll be ISBN. And we might as well do the price over here as well.
Yes.
All right, and that should, I think I've got the format right there, not 100% sure.
I think it's right. Come on. God, I think it's time I buy a new computer. Fuck no. Why can't I? I can't type anything in my terminal now.
Have you lost it again?
I'm back. All right, so our spec part 3. Right. Okay, so we got the first 3 tests. So we set ISBN and we set the price. So we should be able to change ISBN. So in order to change it,
instead of doing the reader on it, we needed to do the accessor. Yeah.
Yes. Did you change it, or I lost my connection there?
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Perfect. Yeah. So run that again.
There you go. Perfect. So, constructor.
All right. So now it's saying we should reject an invalid ISBN.
So this is where we would raise an error.
That's right. All right. So what is an okay? So the invalid ISBN is basically blank.
Yep.
All right. So we can do.
Should we do it in the initialize? Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. You
raise.
Do it in the
yeah.
And now what's the? So it's checking for an argument error here.
Yep. So raise argument error. If ISBN is nil or empty, yeah. So I have to see if this one passes. Yep. So we make this one pass and should reject 0 price. So same thing with price.
Yeah, and I can see that the next test there, it's also saying reject a negative price. So I can probably just
same
thing. So raise So if price is less than or equal to 0.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
Is it passing?
Yep, it's passing.
I'm doing something with my terminal here. It's not okay. Perfect. And couldn't we do this on one line when we define the, for example, ISBN would be equal and with a tertiary operator?
Yep, we can do that.
Right.
We can do
ISBN empty, question mark, then if it's true, we raise the error. If it's false, we set it to ISBN, right? So if we do it like this, if it's empty, we raise the error. If it's false, we set it to what's been passed. And this could work.
yeah, that might work.
It does. So same thing with price. So if price equals 0, if it's true, we raise our error. Whoops. If not, we pass it price.
Yeah, okay. That works.
We're even refactoring our code as we go. That's great. Perfect. It's working. All right. So what's left? Price as string. Include a method price as string that returns the price of the book formatted with a leading dollar sign, and 2 decimal places. That is a price. Okay. So
All right, do you want to have a go at this one?
Yeah. Let's get that method going. So def price as string. And yeah, so we would just, what do they want? Return the price of the book formatted with a leading dollar sign. Canadian accent going there. All right, so we put a dollar sign and then we get the price. We get an attribute accessor, so we don't need to put the at price. And what did they want as well? And 2 decimal places. That is, a price should format as 20 and a price 38.8 should format. Okay, that's where it gets more interesting. And 2 decimal. But when we initialize a book in store and we pass a price, should we expect that the user will pass a price with 2 decimals? We should not.
No, we're converting it to a decimal now. So if they send in an integer or
so
one decimal place or anything, it shouldn't matter in the initializer.
Mm-hmm.
When we're converting it or formatting as a string, this is where we need to add in the extra, the two decimal places if needed.
Yeah, but we have to verify the price though. We have to see if they have those decimal already.
Well, it shouldn't matter. So what we can do, so if we look at the Ruby string formatters, so I think it's just format, Ruby format number. Yeah, so we could just do format, and then the it'll be a percent dot 2f.
%.2f, it would say make it as a float with 2
decimal places, and then we can stick the dollar sign in front as well.
Yeah. But is this considering that when the user passes a price, it is a string?
Well, in this case, we're expecting the price to be a number. We don't really check if it's an integer or a float or anything, but it shouldn't matter. So when we get to format that number as a string, we just even if they pass 5 decimal places or 0 decimal places, it shouldn't make any difference when we get it.
So how do we do it? We say $sign. String format.
No, actually, we don't use the. Let me find
percent operator. Percent float. So %.2 F.
Yeah, so it should be something like that.
%.2F.
Yeah, that's it.
I
think we can add the.
There you go. Price. All right, so this would format. So we could just put it in a string, maybe like this. And
no,
escape.
That'll already put it in the string.
Sorry, that already puts it in the string, but we still need to escape it, right?
Don't know. Yeah, that should work. I think you can probably do. You can probably do it without that though. Is that working?
Yep. We could do it without it. How would you do it? You would just concatenate the $sign.
Yeah, well, I think you could just get rid of the and just put the $sign in the string there.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Okay, so it just takes, yeah, okay, I see. Just takes a string and, okay, format it in that way. That's cool.
Yes, it shouldn't matter what the user puts in with if they've got 3 decimal places or 0 decimal places. They should just make it
put it down to 2. Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to change what's in the price variable. It's just what it prints to a string.
Okay. And we have one that is not passing in the constructor should reject negative price. Oh. So what we did is we looked if price was equal to 0. So we would just say minus.
Just change it to less than or equal.
There you go. It's all passing. I think we did it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And it's very Ruby-like small methods, one-liners. Good. So this is all saved. Perfect. We got the video on YouTube. So we have our material to upload everything. Where am I? Come on. I just can't go back to my Google Chrome.
Lost your Hangout or something now, have you?
I lost my Google Chrome. Oh, I'm back. Okay. There you go. Perfect. So, should I just stop the recording? Wow, that's weird. Stop broadcast. This is it.